Hey everyone, it's Dylan and Brad from the Black Forest Wood Company. Why don't you tell them where we are?
Well, we're down here at GL Veneer, and we can never find anything big enough for what our projects we want.
Yeah, so they might have that figured out, and we're going to buy as much wood as we can afford today. So come along with us.
These are all yours, right?
Yeah, this looks like it's from that. I guess this too?
Yeah, those two pieces.
Okay, yeah, so you'll send all that
Exactly.
with that. Cool. Yeah, nice grain in it.
Oh, there's pretty grain there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're trying to get, for that guy, it took me like months to sell the table. I don't know if you remember.
No.
But he settled on these group.
Oh, he did, eh?
We're going to try and make something nice from it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Super figured
Yep.
with the graft in it.
I kind of like one of these two,
This one
maybe.
here, it's got a little bit more thickness on this end here. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's a little fuller on the other side. Kind of like them both.
Okay.
These two.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one I think we've already put our name on.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that one's we got for a customer. That's beautiful. That's just stupidly burly. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's
So I think
unique.
all three of them.
All three of these, that's it. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular, hey? Crazy. Well, we just put our name on these. Some cottonwood burl. Look at this stuff, you guys. This is some of the burliest wood we've ever seen.
Yeah, you probably recognize these.
Yeah.
I mean, the beauty is that you guys know what you're looking at. So, I mean, you can pour water on anything you want to see, but
These are Alistair's. Hey, Alistair. So we're just down here at GL Veneer looking at your slab. So here it is. This is going to be the end that gets cut off, right? We'll make our cut probably around here. So that's your off cut material. And then this is going to be for the main portion of the dining table. So nice big width. There's some really good curly grain in there. So yeah, it's looking pretty good to us, Alistair. Just wanted to send you this video so you can see what we're working with. I think Daniel said it cups up a bit down here, but
the corners are gonna flare. Yeah, they just because it's such a big surface area. And
Yeah.
got that crack there too.
I'm pretty sure we're chopping like right here though.
Okay.
So we should be getting rid of most of that. Go in about a foot. Oh, that might work.
Oh, it should, Dylan. You get rid of the worst of that.
And we can even come to about here if we had to.
Unless it's a low dollar log.
Yeah.
You know, we're using brand new chains, $175 chains for every two to three cuts.
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so do you send them out to get them sharpened?
We were doing that. But
Yeah.
Nothing comes back like the factory ground chain.
And then it's probably what, $100 to sharpen it anyways.
Yeah. I mean, it's
So they
Wow.
get
it's
$75.
just been a frustration.
Wow.
I should say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anytime we get them sharpened, they're just not the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they'll wander, right? They drift. Yeah. They don't cut straight.
Yeah, and you end up with, that kind of disappointing thing.
Yeah.
You have this beautiful piece and you have a miscut in.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get your hands on redwood? Is it has to be like come down in a
Came off
storm?
a golf course.
Came off a golf course?
Yeah.
Then who knows why they removed it?
Okay.
They're developing or, I don't know.
Yeah. And then is this part of the tree usually in the dirt? Or is this, can you see it? Yeah?
Usually, but redwood can be above ground
Okay.
as well. Just depends.
Yeah.
They tend to grow on top of each other. Like when one falls over, you'll see them kind of growing right in a row along the log too. A old fallen log, I've seen that. Pretty. The growth rings look a little bit big for white oak.
They do.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So this is 25 feet?
We cut 8 feet off of this. There was another 8 foot on the end of this tree, which was really a nice section.
Look at that. I've got a perfect 3-foot stride.
Yeah, you don't need a tape measure when you come with Brad. He's just got his perfect stride.
Yeah, I've got my meter stick. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25 feet exactly.
It's a Bastogne.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are gonna buy some of this someday.
Oh, this is neat. Hey, look at this slab.
I know. Hang on. I'm going to guess the length is 18 feet. It's not 16.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh, it's actually 19 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so that's huge too.
It is. Yeah. But this thing's unbelievable. This is a 175-year-old tree or something Daniel was saying,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, a 25-foot clear piece of walnut back here.
Oh, look at the size of some of the growth rings though. They're huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're half-inch, some of them, yeah.
Wow. So yeah,
If they get moisture, they grow fast.
like you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That much in 10 years.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
That's quite a bit of growing.
Considering how big, how massive this organism is when it's standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ones in the center of the tree, you end up with quarter sawn wood on each side.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's split down the middle.
Right here.
Those will dry flatter.
Yeah, like this is quarter sawn the whole way on both sides.
Flat.
Yeah.
It's when you get to the outside of the tree, those growth rings want to straighten when it dries.
Yeah. All right, well, we're in another kiln. We've done this a few times. This one's probably got some of the nicest wood that we've ever seen in a kiln before. Looks like we've got some giant Buckeye burl. This Clara walnut, maybe cedar actually, hard to tell. No, I think cedar. Feels soft. More Buckeye. This looks like cottonwood, so really nice stuff. And I think Daniel's about to pop open the front door.
I mean, these are all. I don't even have the tag numbers of these Buckeyes, but like, if we wanted, we could pull off like. I mean, I don't know how interested you are in Buckeye in general, but there's more options in here. All different sizes, mostly big. Because this stuff wouldn't fit in the vacuum kiln.
And it's not orchard wood, is it? Like, no? You just find
These are
it
wild.
They're wild. Hey?
Wild Buckeyes, they grow all over the place. They grow fast.
Really?
The good burls are older.
Okay.
They're like first growth, you would call it.
Yeah.
I don't know how old those trees are. I do know like the newer growth won't have as much like pin.
Yeah, like
and burl.
some of this is a little newer, hey? Like some of the Buckeyes we have similar edges to even like the cottonwood or the willow. It's crazy spiky, some of it.
Yeah.
We did this bar top for a golf course. I don't know if you saw,
Yeah.
And that was like, that really kicked things off.
Yeah.
Because once people saw us do that, they're like, give me that.
Yeah.
I want Buckeye. I think there's one even burlier that was further to the outside.
Yeah. They're underneath there.
Yeah. Well, Daniel's being very accommodating and we're requesting a thumbnail shot. So we've got this gorgeous slab here. Everyone's already went home for the day. He's struggling to get the forklift started. Looks like he stalled it out and we want him to stand this up. So that's what we do. We're needy customers. Yeah.
Do we need this done?
Not yet.
Nope. Okay.
Look badass, Dan.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
That is kind of interesting.
That is. Here's that piece of walnut that you guys just saw. We got a little bit of water on it. We took our thumbnail. But if you need like a 10-foot wide table out of Clara walnut, you know who to call. Okay.
Guys. Yeah.
Nice work.
I wish we could run it. Yeah.
I wonder if we could get Haley to lay in there and and like rotate her.
I mean, we could just even rotate it for the video.
Daniel, can you rotate this thing for us? This is the Pac-Man, the Thomas Pac-Man slab flipping mechanism. GL Veneer actually invested into this probably 4 or 5 years ago to enable them to just simply move the huge large slabs that they have in their production facility here.
We met the engineer when we were here years ago.
We did, yeah, and certainly, and it's come along and it's just taken away from, you know, the need to call 15 employees, shut the production line down, have everybody risk their physical well-being in their backs, like flipping and lifting and moving these big slabs.
So big investment, like he was saying, but just hugely valuable when this is one of their main products that they offer.
And this is a one-off.
Custom. Yeah. One-off custom. You bet. So now you can imagine you'd have your slab in there. It starts clamping down, and now we're going to see how it's going to flip a slab.
Is there a weight capacity that was engineered into this machine, Daniel?
It could probably max out around 2,500 pounds.
2,500 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
The heaviest slab we have that's dry is probably no more than 1,500 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You're
good.
It doesn't have to go over that.
But it also will flip units of plywood.
Oh, yeah.
Posted a video talking about my dad's hats.
Yeah.
And we cut to him, and he just goes like this. He's such a big personality.
Oh, sure, he's huge.
Clams up and just like he just like locks up anytime that camera comes around.
You need a hidden camera because he is a personality. Yeah. The first little taste.
Okay, so these are all the like stones and gems and like fossils and stuff. All these pallets just start showing up out of nowhere.
I see.
Allegedly, some people say that if you put mayonnaise between your Buckeye slabs when they're drying, it can help give them more of the blue stain. But the verdict's out on that one. Yeah, so Ibrahim actually is texting me from the office. He just got confirmation from the client on this giant table using one of Daniel's incredible 25-foot Clara walnut slabs, or maybe 23-foot.
Yeah.
But should be spectacular, so we're going to try and lay some eyes on those slabs, and in a few months you guys will see us build this beauty.
Oh, wow.
Like for the just stepping up.
Yeah, someone's trying to climb in. Yeah.
Going away. It's down, and it's just basically the last cut on that log.
Oh, that's part of the same?
Yeah, this is that. Yeah, it's that wide.
Oh, this is
Well,
like what
this is a huge opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
these jacket cuts. This is just like that on steroids.
So I wonder if we would sandblast this to bring some of the color out, or if we would just leave it gray.
Sandblast it.
We would sandblast it to get the color out on this part here.
So.
This is like a huge design opportunity, Jeff.
Now, what I want to do is sandblast it again just to clean it.
Yes.
Dust it.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is, well, this is gold, and look at how we treat it.
Yeah.
When I scream at him, and he screams back at me.
So we want to flip this upside down, level it so it'll stand by itself, and put a piece of glass on top of it.
Well, this is this. I'll get it. This is kind of the straight side, and then this goes like this.
Yeah, it swings in. Because when COVID came along, I actually just bought one of those buzz cut tools, and then I took the spacer off just to trim my sideburns. I trimmed my sideburns looking, and there was about 4 hairs that were still on the top that were a little bit longer. So I went up there and I hit it to trim them off, not realizing I hadn't put the spacer back on yet. And the result of that this fucking fortune is this. So there's no undo button on that, Jeff. Once you've done it,
You didn't sign up for Mohawk?
Reverse Mohawk?
So I called Judy up, and she's a cute idiot.
why don't you just pay and get a haircut? Well, I save $35 every time.
So good.
Right, so I went down and I asked the girls, so I go in there and the girls, oh, what brings you here today, right? I said, well, I need you to blend this in a little bit. And she said, well, there's actually no blending here. You took it right down to the zero cut, so there's nothing to blend to.
Do you guys remember which boat it is?
I do, it's right here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Now we're all drinking. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy times. This is great. Oh, cheers.